Morning, Trainiacs. Little Friday morning recovery kind of swim, nice and light, lots of fins, lots of snorkel, nothing too strenuous, just loosen up the body from the last 3 days of hard training. Now, somebody on the Trainee Ask podcast asked the question, what is a good 100-meter swim time? I answered it, as we do on the Trainee Ask podcast, and it blew up. It's by far the most popular Trainee Ask podcast that we've ever done, and I might as well answer it right here after the swim. Also, I didn't bring an activewear shirt today, so there's going to be some excessive Speedo action. Apologies ahead of time. Man, super late Trainiacs. That swim took a lot longer than I thought. 3,400 meters in an hour 10. Gotta go to physio quick. All right, so let's talk. Whoa, you are filthy, guys. Better. Let's talk about what is a good 100-meter swim time for triathletes. Actually, let's not talk about it because that answer is all relative. Let's say a 1:10 per 100-meter swim time. If you were to ask me, I'd say that's pretty good. If you were to ask elite swimmers, pros, they'd say that sucks. If you were to ask Olympians, they'd be like, well, yeah, that's a nice warm-up, cool, appreciate you coming out and getting the blood moving here, Taren, but we're about to do some real swimming now. But I can certainly give you some context for where various 100-meter swim times will place you. Let's talk in terms of a half Ironman 70.3 1,900-meter swim. In that case, the pros are doing it anywhere from around 23 to 28 minutes, which puts them on average around a 1:15 per 100-meter split time. That is the top 1% of all swimmers out there. I myself am doing about a 31, 32, 33 half Ironman swim, which gets me to a 1:38 per 100 meter average time, which then places me around the top 5 to 10% in the entire field. But here's the thing. I think that let's take good away and I will replace that with attainable. What is an attainable 100-meter swim time over the course of a half Ironman? I think that with really purposeful training, just about everyone can get under 40 minutes for a half Ironman, which translates to a 2:06 per 100-meter swim time. And I'll give you some reasons why I think this. So you know that I've recently changed over to Tower 26. The co-host on Tower 26, the sidekick to Jerry Rodriguez, is Jim Lubinsky, who is a pro triathlete, started out doing his first half Ironman distance race with a swim of, I think it was 47 minutes. Fast forward to today, he's around a 27, 28 minute half Ironman swimmer. And if you listen to the Tower 26 podcast, there was one time that Coach Jerry said that he went through all of the 1,000-meter time trials that the entire subscription, that's people like me that are doing it online, not in LA, the entire subscription database of athletes, which I want to say is in the hundreds for sure, several hundred, I don't know exactly what it is. And he saw that 98% of those swimmers were getting faster. Now, I would certainly suspect that far, far fewer than 98% of you are getting faster. That to me is an indication of how important it is to have a really intentional, well thought out swim program with a little bit of coaching. And I think that paired with some hard work almost ensures that everyone can get faster. And I think that 40-minute swim time for a half Ironman is kind of what I'm gathering from the more I talk to people, that if you get the right technique, you can hit that almost certainly. Now, what does it take to get to that kind of time? Well, it takes a few things. Number one, I would say that you need to be swimming 3 or 4 times a week, with 2 of those swims being really, really key, really purposeful, well thought out, well designed. That's why I've gone to the Tower 26 program, because it is specifically for triathletes. It's made for us. It's made to get us ready for the bike, and it's made with the challenges that we as triathletes have working against us. Our flexibility works against us. Running compresses us, which works against us in the pool. And the lack of time that we can spend in the pool, that all works against us. This is starting to sound like a Tower 26 ad. It's not, just like them. So those swims need to be really critical. If you're doing 2 a week, you're gonna have a tough time getting faster. 3, odds are pretty good you'll get faster, but they have to be really, really purposeful. Like, we're not talking any screwing around, very efficient. If you've got 4, you've got a little bit more room for inefficiencies, because just that repetition, it helps a lot. Swimming is a technique sport. It's not a fitness sport where you can just build a huge amount of fitness and muscle your way through it. You need the right technique, and to develop that right technique, you need repetition after repetition after repetition, so that the right technique is ingrained in your muscle memory. And then when you get out into the open water and you get knocked around, it's still really easy to keep that technique because you've done it hundreds of thousands of times. So I think everyone can get to that 40-minute swim time. Here, however, is something that I think is like a hard and fast. If you can do this, move on. If you can't, step back and work on your technique. Something that I've mentioned before, if you can't yet do a 400-meter continuous swim without taking any breaks and without finishing that 400 meters and being out of breath, so that means being able to swim 400 meters or yards just consistently, smoothly, without effort, you aren't yet ready to really start progressing. That is a sign that there are really key inefficiencies in your swim. And I would recommend for people that are at that level that still can't yet do that 400 meters continuously, go to triathlontaren.com/swim drill program. That is a free series of swim drills that I've put together that's entirely meant to basically just build your comfort in the water to the point that you can get a swim coach, you can sign up for Tower 26, you can start making big progression. But if you are so inefficient that you can't yet do that 400-meter test and complete it successfully, you're not yet ready to start progressing. And don't worry, these swim drills, you could go through them in a month or two and then boom, you are on the upswing to speed, getting under 40 minutes. I think you can all get there. So there you go, Trainiacs. Swim, swim, swim away. Go to triathlontaren.com/swim drill program. Work on your swimming. And looks like it's going to be a little bit less dusty for us around here. Finally, we get some rain. Clean this place up. Later.